want to discuss. Our French politics editor, Marc Perelman, is with me now. Now, Marc, the government wants to try and fast-track this bill into law, but actually some politicians are trying to stall proceedings.
Yes, obviously, the politicians are saying, we're politicians, it's a parliament, we're supposed to debate and then to decide. The government basically decided to enforce this health pass. Just to clarify one thing, it's already enforced for cinemas, theaters, and museums because it's just a decree. However, the government wants to also have this health pass for cafes, restaurants, but for this you need a law, and that's the bill that's being debated in Parliament. They were hoping that the National Assembly would greenlight it yesterday night. It didn't happen because there were amendments, and this is still being discussed today. It then has to go to the Senate. They have to agree on a similar bill, and then it has to go before the Constitutional Council and then be promulgated. They were hoping to do this weekend. But clearly, parliamentarians are having second thought. They're saying this is being rushed through. Those are critical elements from a health standpoint, but also from a civil liberties standpoint, because some are saying, you're imposing this health pass. Cafes and restaurants owners will be, in effect, policemen checking who's coming in, who's coming out. There are a whole lot of legal issues, and parliamentarians are saying we need to have a serene debate. We don't need to have this rush through, despite the government crying wolf about the tsunami of the virus that's now engulfing France.
What are the risks for the president, Emmanuel Macron?
Well, the risks are that, first of all, and he's already criticized for being essentially a president who decides everything about anything in this country, and the parliament is just there to give its stamp without any discussion. So that's the argument made by the opposition. The other risk is obviously if this drags on, he has a clear majority in the National Assembly, not in the Senate, though. If this drags on and the cases continue to rise, he might be forced to take some more drastic measures, the one that he's tried to avoid, because he's saying health pass, vaccination is our way to fight the virus instead of curfews, lockdowns, etc. He has tried to avoid this, but if this continues to drag on and the infections continue to soar, he might be forced again to change tack and be accused of not having a coherent strategy in place. He's not the only leader facing such criticism, but obviously he does need this. The presidential election is only a few months away.